Yo, what's up, man? This your boy D, and we back at it again. We sitting here on the porch, and today I got a real special guest, man. A real special guest. Y'all just don't know. This is what in entertainment. What would I call you by being a property manager and a property owner? Yeah. What is that? That's like I'm gonna have to find that term. But anyway. I got my girl, Lakeisha Robertson, sitting here today, and guess what? This is actually her porch. You know what I'm saying?
So welcome to my porch.
See, she done took over my god doggone show already. Before we even get started, she took over my show. But anyway, this her porch, y'all, and I just want to thank her for letting us be on her porch. Thank you for letting on the porch be on your porch.
Anytime.
But today we gonna sit here with Lakeisha, man, and we gonna really get into a lot of things she doing. MIC-AMPED, Connect Feaux.
Yeah.
Now you gotta say it, Connect Feaux.
Yes.
Feaux.
Yes.
You can't say it no other way. You can't say for. Can't say it's Feaux. You know what I'm saying? And I, like I said, we just sitting here. We sitting here in the hood like we always do. But when y'all look at this porch, just know it came from her. She gave me the privilege to sit on her porch and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just pulling up on somebody's porch and saying
anymore, because he had been just pulling up on my porch, y'all. I had to catch him out here one day. Yes. Now we're in official partnership on the porch. Yes. You telling half the truth, half the truth.
See how we see.
It's in love.
See how that's done? I can't believe she did that to me like that, man. What? I gotta give it my executive producer because he set this up. He was supposed to have this straight, man. I don't know. See, that goddamn old Linda.
You saw you just pulled off.
I wish I could have turned the camera around and showed everybody what he just did. But anyway, man, thank you again, Lakeisha, for letting us use the porch. Thanks for letting us be out here and do our thing. But today is about MIC-AMPED and Connect Feaux. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing some major things here in the city of New Orleans and abroad.
Yes, and abroad.
You know what I'm saying? So so just give us a little rundown on both programs and you know what's going on with them.
Absolutely. So MIC-AMPED, we turned 10 years old this year, so we are having our decennial, which we're super excited about. But MIC-AMPED is a nonprofit that introduces young people to entrepreneurship through arts, culture, and education. We have 5 pathways of engagement. Those 5 pathways is transformative education, global and cultural connection, workforce development and social enterprise, health and wellness, and civic engagement. And we believe these 5 pathways can really truly put young people on a path to like a holistic approach to living a purpose-filled life.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's MIC-AMPED.
That's MIC-AMPED.
That's MIC-AMPED.
So MIC-AMPED stands for the Milne Inspiration Center, and AMPED is adolescents making positive, educated decisions. Wow. So we hope that they move from adolescents to adults making positive, educated decisions. So that's why it's AMPED.
So, all right. So with MIC-AMPED, is it all girls, boys, or?
It's a co-ed program for youth ages 12 to 18, and then we have an alumni component. So you really never age out, and we don't see ourselves as an organization. We truly see ourselves as a family. So we never really age out of family. So there's always a place for you here.
Right. So what are some of the things y'all doing inside MIC-AMPED? Because in MIC-AMPED, y'all in this building.
We're in this building.
Y'all, look what we gonna do today. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know y'all never saw the inside of here. Y'all always saw the outside. But I'm gonna take y'all in there a little bit and let y'all see just what it look like. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So with MIC-AMPED, what are some of the things we do with MIC-AMPED?
So we actually function out of this building, and then 2 blocks up the street, we also function out of the Harmony Oaks Community Center. But we introduce young people to upcycle tire furniture making. So we used old tires and we wrap them with African fabrics, Saints fabrics, team fabrics, and you get to choose your own fabric of choice, but they then turn them into tables, seats, ottomans, storage bins. And this summer, we're actually going to be making full dining room tables and outside furniture. So we elevating a little bit this summer. We amped this summer. So we do the upcycle tire furniture making. we are, anybody listening, we need somebody to come help us with the screen printing equipment. I bought this equipment, now we need somebody to come teach it, because I can't teach everything, but we do screen printing and vinyl t-shirts with the youth. We've partnered with the Mardi Gras Indian community. They've been teaching beading for us, and recently we have been partnered also with someone to help with radio and podcasting production as well. So, you need to come on in and do a class. I'm just saying.
Just see.
Just saying.
See, man, you see how people get on the camera and they try to get you to commit to something before you.
Yeah.
And on camera, once you commit, it's like you tied in. You done.
So,
you done. There ain't nothing you can
I
do about it.
noticed he didn't say yeah, y'all. He didn't say yeah. I'm just saying. Okay, there we go. But the young people also, outside of the entrepreneurship tracks, we really have a global connection, as you mentioned. We have partnered with young people in South Africa, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. We have a really strong partnership in Uganda. And through our summer camp, we do some cross-cultural learnings and sharing around entrepreneurship, culture, which really just opens our kids' eyes to see that, one, that we're not too different from anywhere else in the world, and that there are people that look just like them that are doing amazing things with less than what we have here in the States, and just as passionate. So we have a 5-week summer camp, actually a 6-week summer camp this summer, coming up June 5th through July 14th. And then we also, at the end of our summer camp, take our kids to Camp Living Water for a 2-night, 3-day stay, where they have a 300-foot length water slide. They go zip lining, do trust falls, healing circles, workshops and activities, swimming, slip and slide, kickball. So that activity cost us about $300 per kid. So anyone that's open to sponsoring a youth, to make sure that they have this opportunity, and I'm hoping he'll slide some of the clips of that in here, because we have some clips of what the kids did last summer. But it's life-changing for the kids to get out of the city. I've worked, and we had expanded to Arkansas, Baton Rouge, Hammond, so there are kids that still come from all these other cities, and they get to reconnect and just kind of catch up on
that's
things
dope.
going. So
that's dope. So let me ask you something. What made you just jump up one morning and just say, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do? Because I know it takes some time to think about these things and want to do these things. But I know you got it one morning and was like, you know what, I need to make a difference in somebody's life. This is what I'm gonna do.
It wasn't a one morning type of thing, thank God. But it's been a faith journey for me. I grew up, we helped build our church, but and being in the church, we used to have a youth camp where they would take us away for a week, and then I went out of high school and got into Upper Bound and Girl State, which was a political program. So MIC-AMPED is like a collaboration of all of the experiences that I've had that I felt like truly made me a thoughtful person, a person of integrity. And I said, well, how can I merge those things together and offer to other young people, and hopefully that it would have the same impact on them that it had on me. So that's how MIC-AMPED emerged.
Oh, okay. You just woke up. So, okay, I was thinking you woke up and you had a mic in your hand and you were singing or something. I don't know, busting around or something.
So MIC-AMPED is truly about amplifying youth voice. So I'm not an artist in a musical sense of the way, but I feel like a microphone doesn't work without an amplifier, and so we don't work without the voice of young people. So we are the plug for young people to be able to feel like they can articulate their voice, that it will be heard, that they know how to speak and when to speak, and giving them those tools. But there's so many young people now that are harming themselves because they don't feel seen, they don't feel heard. And we want to create, or have created, a haven, a family where young people can come and say, hey, people see me, my voice matters. And so we just want to continue to amplify and be that space where young people feel seen and heard.
Oh man, that's dope. I like that.
I'm trying to do a little something. I'm glad you like it. Thank you for liking it. I'm trying to do a little something.
Man.
What's the next question? Come on here.
Yeah, you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Well, So, yeah, damn. Okay. So anyway, all right. So I guess what we're trying to see now is how do we connect Damn, that's a nice lead in.
That's
Huh?
a nice segue. Seems like you've been doing this
Before,
for a minute.
I know, I feel like I've been practicing on this. You know, how do we
Connect Feaux to Mike
to
Amp.
Mike Amp?
Yeah, you know you want me to help you with this
Yeah,
question?
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
You can do that one. Go ahead, knock that one out for me.
So Connect Feaux to me is an expansion or an extension of what we offer for young people, for young professionals and adults.
Mm-hmm.
So that ability to connect and still create a space where adults and young professionals can not have to talk shop and come be a part of our game night crew. I did game night for 10 years before I moved to South Africa, and then went to South Africa and did it, and they was like, wait a minute, what is this thing? And while it's something so simple, the intentionality around it and being intentional about people connecting at those things, and it not just be you eating and drinking and having fun, but we would then, once the game portion is over, be like, hey, you was on my team all night, like what you do, and
Right.
what you got going, how can I support you? And so Connect Feaux is a collaboration of other experiences that I've had as an adult. So I took my youth experiences and created MIC-AMPED, and then I took my professional experiences of working in DC and working in New York and doing Katrina recovery, and wanted to stay connected to those experiences and people that I had worked with. And so Connect Feaux was a combination of what was called the Game Night Crew. It's the combination of the Urban Game Changers Network, where we used to meet here and just throw all of our weight behind a project or something someone was working on for a 30-day campaign. If you're running for an office, let's go knock on doors. If you having a back-to-school event, let us all donate our services to that. So really, twice a month, Connect Feaux will be connecting, bringing together global travelers, expats, and locals, and young professionals to really break down this new wall of social isolation. I feel like social isolation has been normalized now, and people like, oh, I'm good at staying at home, or I'm good at just being on a Zoom call.
Right.
So this is my effort to be like, yeah, we good, but we better together.
Right,
so
right.
How we get in these same spaces and do some things. So Connect Feaux just relaunched a couple weeks ago. We had a vision board soiree where women were able to come in and do vision boards, be able to be vulnerable, be able to talk about hope and getting out of some of these dark spaces that COVID and this new era that we're in. So just really wanting to be able to pull community together, be able to collaborate, have the hard conversations and the fun conversations that keep us connected.
So with Connect Feaux, that's anyone, men, women, or
it's co-ed. We just it's Connect Feaux with her, for him, for us. So we everybody. So we will have men-focused events. We'll have women-focused events, and of course co-ed events. But we do respect that there's conversations and things that need to happen with all men and with all women. But there is something very unique and special and powerful when we come together.
Right. So let me ask you this here. So when you said tough conversations,
Yes.
what the tough conversations look like? Because I'm talking about like, my thing of tough conversations, them conversations where when you talking and people just sitting there like, I don't know if I want to be a part of this.
Some of that. Some of that.
So that.
It's about relationships. It's about the way men and women interact. It's, people challenge the way that they raise kids, the way that you do business. I mean, I think that what people sometimes don't honor is that we as humans move through life and filter our experiences through our history. So you and I can be sitting here and looking at a car or a person walk down the street, but we're still looking at it from different perspectives, because it could be a lady that reminds you of an auntie that you had, and to me it could be like somebody that I want to aspire to be, but it's just two different perspectives, because you'd be like, you know what, that lady looks like my auntie, and I'd be like, you know what, I like her shoes, them dope, I want to go talk to her. But it's through two different lenses. And so when I say tough conversations, you just never really know what's going to evoke emotion or trigger someone for it to go right or left in a conversation. Right. But being in a space to have the tools to be able to manage those conversations and honor how people are feeling in those moments, for sure.
Honor how people feeling. Okay, so it's you get deep, like real deep into things like feelings,
self-esteem, relationships, hurts, trauma, family.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. We don't like to see. That's the thing. When you hear about people talking about hurt, trauma, family, we don't like to dive into that.
No, we don't.
We don't like to.
People
dive
pass
into
on them questions all the time. We got some question cards. They be like, can I get another card? No, what's your card say?
So, and you know, a lot of our family stuff from hurt, from trauma, generational trauma, curses, whatever you want to call them, it stems from growing up, and we don't like to tackle that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what does that look like with Connect Feaux tackling issues like that?
I think that I'll be doing a retreat coming up about being heard, healed, and honored, and I think that that's for me, the process in which healing truly happens. That if someone can't fully articulate how they're feeling, which is why a lot of our kids are angry. That's why MIC-AMPED is so important, to just backtrack to that. That when you feel like people dismissing you or not hearing you, it evokes all types of, emotions in you. So just let me say what I gotta say. Let me say my piece. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it. I'm not saying it because you have to agree with me, but let me say my piece, right? So let me feel heard, and then heal. So like, some people don't even know what they want their healing to look like, right? So what does healing look like? And being able to help people dive into that conversation, because healing, people talk about it and it sounds good, but when you have to like crack yourself open and dive deep into some of those experiences, people are like, whoa, I ain't say I want all that.
Right. wait, time out. I ain't want to go that far.
I ain't trying to go that deep.
Right.
And we don't necessarily make people take a deep dive, but I promise you, anybody that comes to a Connect Feaux event gonna leave and be like, you know what? They said something that made me think. They said something that made me feel. And that's whether you at game night, whether you at a brunch, whether you at First Fridays that we're about to start hosting, whatever you're at, you're gonna be like, there was something that was intentional for me to look at myself or my community or my family or the way that I'm living life in a different way. Because that is my intentionality. That when people engage or experience anything that I do, that they leave different. Think different, speak different, want different, something different about you, for sure. You silly. You silly.
So,
see, he been on my porch all this time, missing out on this good old little conversation. It's okay though. I forgive him. He gonna edit that part out. Go ahead. What's your next question?
Man, she just came and took over the show, but it's dope. I'm talking about, you know what? So, man, that's dope, because like you said, when we start diving into what's going on in our lives, when we get to a certain point, it's like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather not deal with that, and not knowing, man. Like you said, if you don't, and then like you said, some people don't have an idea of what their healing look like. But the only way you can get that idea of what healing look like, you gotta dive into that.
You gotta wade into the water.
Wow. So tell me, how do you get a person who like, you see they teetering, and you like, and they like, I don't want to, but you like, but they want to, but they don't, and they just sit, they like, nah. As a person running Connect Feaux, and you see that person calling out for help, you know, how do you get that person to finally just be like, you know what, this is what I got?
Yeah. And so we had that at our event, and you know, we create safe spaces, and so I also am a life and professional coach. I've gone through my certification, but part of that is making sure that people feel safe. So like, once you create these experiences, and you saw me creating it for over a couple of weeks, like everything that we brought into that space was intentional. So part of it is making sure that someone feels safe. And if I feel that you aren't going to use my vulnerability against me, there's a saying, and y'all gonna have to get my shirt, on the verge of nothing and the brink of everything. So there's like this thing where you can stay on the verge of nothing or lean in real hard to the brink of everything. And if you feel that the person that's trying to help push or pull you into that everything really has your best intention, you'll lean in. Yeah, you'll lean in. Yeah, but if I feel like And I have another shirt that say don't do me, don't dismiss me, dishonor me, or disrespect me. And I promise you, those three things will make people pull back from their sense of vulnerability. But if you honor, truly see people and respect them, they'll give it back. They'll give it back.
Wow. No matter what they're going through.
No matter what they're going through.
They're going to give it to you.
Because it's also a new thing for them that's fresh. It's like most people aren't walking around here talking and healing talking and coaching language. So when people talk to people that's like, oh, that's a new language. Oh, that's something different. I ain't seen that before. They'll lean in. That's just like if I was walking around here screaming and hollering, and I tell people when people screaming and hollering and you lower your voice, it forces people to lean in. It's not always about the noise. Sometimes it's about when you get quiet. And I promise you, if somebody was talking out there and then me and you started whispering, you gotta lean into me to hear what I'm saying. So sometimes the healing process is more of a whisper than somebody pouncing on you trying to make you feel like you need to do something else, because then it forces you to lean in.
Wow. Wow. I never looked at it like that. Like you really like opened my eyes to some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because when you
So
can
just
look
had
at
a Connect Feaux moment, you all. See how that thing is? It's an experience. Come on over to Connect Feaux. Just had two Connect Feaux moments.
but like you could look at that from a spiritual aspect, a relationship aspect.
Absolutely.
You could take that anywhere.
Anyway.
Because when as you were saying that, I'm like, man, you start looking at it from a relationship aspect, and that's how, that's how men and women connect on a deeper level when they get in relationships. And when you meet someone, bam, you meet them, you start talking to them, boom, whatever goes on, and as y'all go to try to get a deeper connection, right? Somebody, whether it's the man or the woman, see something in that person, and then they lean in, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go full throttle, and I'm gonna honor that person, I'm gonna respect them, and I'm gonna listen, and that person who end up dropping their guard.
Absolutely. Look at you. What? You silly. We silly. You just had a Connect Feaux experience. Yes. Yeah. That's what you did. You did that. So what we got? What we gonna do?
Man,
Yeah.
it's that's some real dope stuff right there. Like real talk. Like
I try to be dope, y'all.
you try.
I try.
That's like some like real talk. Like yo, look. I know for a minute that we were just talking and we wasn't like engaging with y'all, but y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. Don't worry about that. Y'all get the point. Y'all gonna see what we talking about. But dang. Yeah, man. Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, we see what didn't happen. Man. So you're gonna have to come back and we're gonna have to do this again.
I'm ready. Well, I mean, I do,
I know her. She could just stop by whenever she want, huh? Damn. She just flexed on me again. See, this is the reason why our relationship don't go past this part.
Porch.
Yeah, because she just flexed on me once again.
It's done in love.
Yeah, she just said whoever, you could be sitting on this porch or something, I could come in and just be like.
But I wouldn't do that because I honor you.
See, look, now I feel better. Now I feel better.
I wouldn't do that because I honor you.
I feel better now, man. Man.
See how that broke him down? He was trying to be all cheeky with me. I said I honor you. He just had to say,
And then
okay.
he
Just okay.
Boiled it down.
Yeah.
Boiled it down low. So anyway, look, Man, the Keedra, well, I'm gonna call you Keedra.
Keedra, LK, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna call you.
Yes.
But anyway, Keedra, look, I really enjoyed the
This
day.
was amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem,
Yeah,
no
thank
problem.
you.
I couldn't continue to do the show without having the owner on the show.
You would have. He would have on select. Had I not busted him, he would have been on my porch.
Y'all, look, she came up on me 2 times. The first time she came up on me, I was sitting there, we doing our thing, and she had to go in there and get ready for the event. I'm like, oh, Lord. And then I'm like, look, I ain't gonna have no more this one there. Monday morning, I was out here doing my thing again, and she walked up, I was like, oh, crap.
And then that was the ushering in. That means just come on and be on the porch too with me. Since I'm just breaking all the agreements.
All the agreements, just out here doing whatever the hell I want, man. But anyway, man, thank you for coming sit on the porch. Look, y'all, MIC-AMPED, Connect Feaux. Look, I had me an experience just sitting here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure you'll have an experience coming in and check it out, you know what I'm saying? Then it's Uptown. It's in my favorite part of Uptown in the old Magnolia. We still call it the Magnolia. I know y'all call it Home of the Oaks, but it's to us who in my age group, this the Magnolia. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you with that.
You know, this is
History
Fresh
never
Street.
leaves.
Yeah.
History never leaves.
So come on by 3301 Ferret. You might see on the porch.
Yes.
MIC-AMPED.
Connect Feaux.
Just hanging about, you know what I'm saying? Come on by 3301 Ferret, man. Just come holler at it. Come holler at my girl Keedra. Look, if y'all wasn't feeling it on this one, I don't know what to tell you. You just ain't got no soul. That's all. You ain't got no soul. You ain't got no feelings. You ain't got nothing going on in life, you know. But look, Keedra, tell everybody where they could get at you at, from social media to any.
So we are the MIC-AMPED on Twitter and Instagram. We are MIC-AMPED on Facebook, and Connect Feaux' official website will be launched in March with our next game night event. So whenever that site is live, I'll give it to you to post to those. So hopefully by the time this is posted, it'll be live. But thank you guys so much for joining. And listen at me, I'm closing out the show like it's mine.
See,
Joining us here on the.
this is what I gotta
Thank you for listening and hearing more about Connect Feaux and MIC-AMPED.
I gotta get my language right in the contract, y'all. My language probably all kind of jacked up right now. I gotta get my language right. Look, this is not.
Have a blessed weekend.
I can't even kick her off the damn porch.
Bye, y'all.
See, I can't even kick her off my porch.
No, you get off the porch. Yeah, that's how that's gonna happen. No, see you guys.
Damn. Y'all saw that?
Come on here.
I'm out of here,
outta
man.
here.
I got put off my porch.